Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Jerry from the Neutral Corner. Right on time tonight. Usually we're not on time. We're a little, it is what it is when you're live and you're doing these things. I want to welcome everybody tonight to the Neutral Corner. I'd like you to give our page a like, maybe a share, and share with your auntie. Tell her I think her mac and cheese is the best. Telling you. Tell her I said that. She's gonna like the page. She's gonna be all over it. Our guest tonight is no other than. Well, I just want to tell you, I was on Facebook and I was strolling through, and our guest tonight, I have on Facebook as friends, and I'm, strolling through, and I see a post, and I'm trying to get it here because I'm a little bit late. I know he's a huge Michael Jordan fan. Not well, he's a fan, but I follow him when he goes back and forth. Michael Jordan, and here we go, and the King or James, right? And I'm like doing two things at once, so I'm not thinking LeBron James. So LeBron James and Michael Jordan. I love seeing his posts about that, and it tells me. So the other day I'm strolling through and I see a post, and I read the post and I say to myself, yeah, why not? Why nothing? And so let me just real quick read the post, and if I'm wrong, our guest will let us know. And I'm going to tell you who it is in a minute. But two-time state champion, U.S. national champion, Canada Cup champion, 1992 Olympian, 1992 Barcelona WUSBA champion, two-time NABF champion, two-time world champion, 3-1 against two Hall of Famers, gave one, Roy Jones Jr., his first loss. He's fought the likes of Roy Jones Jr., James Toney, Anton Tava, Glenn Johnson, among others. Big hitters, big fights, never ducked anybody. And I say to myself, what's one got to do to be, of all he's gone through and had everything he's gone through, to get into the Hall of Fame or even be recognized by his state? I'm asking those questions. So I asked our guest to come on, and he said yes. And he's going to give us a little bit of time. Montell Griffin is our guest tonight. As you know, I've been posting it and we've been talking about it. Montell Griffin is the guest tonight. Those are all his achievements. What does it take? Let's bring on Montell Griffin and get talking. Montell, how are you, sir? Champ.
Hold on, baby. How you doing? What's happening?
It's good. Good. Were you in the gym?
Yeah, I'm in my office at the gym.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't live in the cellar. I'm in the office at my gym.
Yeah. And another thing I forgot to tell everybody, the book, Ice Life. You got to check it out. My wife read the book. She told me about it. I had a lot of questions. It was really good. You get it on Amazon and other places. Is it icelife.com or something? Is that where they can get it all?
My main link is the icelifebook.com.
The icelifebook.com. Yeah, check it out. It's a good book. And hey, let me ask you this, because the last time we had you on the show, we were talking about doing a little bit of stand-up. Are we still doing that? Because I know you love to make people laugh and feel comfortable.
I mean, I haven't really been consistent, but I did a show, I want to say a week or two ago, and I'm doing a show Sunday and then next weekend. So I guess it's finna start picking back up.
Nice. I love that. I'm obviously not in the area you are, but you're going to have somebody record that. I want to listen to that. I want to share it on my page because, man, it's great. I love comedy, especially stand-up comedy. I love that. It makes everybody laugh, feel comfortable. And the way the world is today, champ, we can all use that.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm a silly guy, man.
Yeah, so you're in the office.
I'm a silly guy. My father's real silly, so it was like boxing was my first love and comedy is my second love. So that's how I pretty much go.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're in your office at your gym? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So you have a gym in your local area?
Yeah, it's in Pilsen. It's 2150 South Canal Port in Pilsen. It's very nice neighborhoods like South Loop.
You got a Facebook page?
Yeah,
What's the name of
under
the Facebook
Windy
page?
City Boxing Club.
What is it?
Windy City Boxing.
Nice. I'm going to follow it. I didn't realize that. Look, man, I'm not up to date here. I'm not up to date here. All I know is I want to get to you because I know you're busy and you're giving us a little bit of time. So I want to get right to it. I want to get right to the elephant in the room, man. I was on Facebook. I know you probably heard me in the background. I was on Facebook. I followed you because I know you're a Jordan fan, right?
I love Michael Jordan. I just, you know what I'm saying, came from Chicago. I'm going to be honest with you. Muhammad Ali, Eddie Murphy, and Michael Jordan was my three biggest stars, my three biggest idols growing up.
Nice. That is
You
a
know
good
what I'm saying?
idol.
But, yeah, I mean, you know, I don't have nothing against Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I love Michael Jordan, but I just started reading and started looking at numbers, and I see the facts, and he's not really, you know what I'm saying, is where people put him. He's a great player, one of the greatest ever, but there's a lot of things he didn't do without Scottie Pippen. That's what I'm on a group text with Kendall Gill, former basketball legend, and when I found out, they said Michael Jordan was 1-9 without Scottie Pippen, and he never been in the first round. He never been past the first round 5 times without him. Those 6 rings is team.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love Michael Jordan, but you know, his team. We said individual player. We've never seen a guy play 21 years at this high level. He's the only man in history that averaged 25, 5, and 5 for 20 years.
Wow.
Come on, man. Give him his respect, man.
And you know what it reminds me of? And I think, I don't know, I'm thinking this, and I think crazy, right? But I'm going to be honest with you. We're the neutral corner, but well, I'm going to be straight up. I think if you look at LeBron and how he's, I don't want to say under the shadow, but he's not getting the accolades he deserves, it just reminds me of somebody. And this is my question. Montell Griffin, 2-time state champion, U.S. national champion, Canada Cup champion, 1992 Olympian, USBA champion, 2-time NABF champion, 2-time world champion, 3-1 against 2 Hall of Famers, giving Roy Jones his first loss. Why are we not in a Hall of Fame or even being thought about? What?
I'm not on the ballot. I'm not on the Hall of Fame ballot. I'm 3-1 against 2 Hall of Famers. I boxed. I mean, I know amateurs is not a big deal with the Hall of Fame, but if you look at, okay, you don't have to look at my amateur career, but just look at how long I boxed. I boxed amateur a year and a half. When my third year my second year as a pro, I fought James Toney.
Yeah, but 92 you were in the Olympics. 93 you went pro.
Yeah,
so
I had my first fight in 1991. I had my first fight in 1991. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to box as a kid. At 12 years old, I quit boxing. So for 8 years, I didn't do nothing. I got in the gym and trained. In 30 fights, I made the Olympic team. 30 fights. I beat number 1 nation, John Ruiz. I beat him. I won a U.S. championship. I was number 1 nation, made the Olympic team. That's never been done in history. Never in history. See, people ain't never really sat down and looked and broke it down and looked at my career. I boxed an amateur a year and a half, pro 2 years, and I beat one of the greatest fighters in history.
Yeah, I mean, look, I agreed, and this is why I wanted to have you on, because I'm saying, and look, right now I'm getting a comment. It says, I'm not even a boxing fan. This comes from Justin Vieira. I'm not even a boxing fan, but that sounds like a Hall of Fame career, if you ask me. So this is what the fans and when I share this show after, I want you to really tune in. And let me ask you this: so, are there anything your fans or your supporters will be like, yeah, what can we do to get Montell recognized for his accomplishments? Why not? I mean, it's fact.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I mean, I don't. I'm not disrespectful. I don't bring up names and say certain things about certain people, but it's I can count 7, 8 fighters whose resume is not better than mine that's in the Hall of Fame. I've been retired since 2011. I'm not even on the ballot. I'm not on the ballot. That's nuts, man.
I got to find out, and I can reach out to people that may know this information. You may know the information. We got to get you at least on the ballot.
Man,
we have to do
ballot. I'm 53 years old, man. I want my flowers now, man. I don't want to be no old man slobbing, sitting on no stage. You know what I'm saying? People feeling sorry for me. I don't want that.
Absolutely. I want
to go and laugh and enjoy myself.
You deserve. So the neutral corner, I want you to go. It's your stage. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Now I'll just say I know I deserve it. Go ahead.
Absolutely, you deserve it. I don't think there's anybody that. I mean, I watched your fight with Roy Jones Jr. the other night, just to free. I watched your fight with oh my God, James Toney, and I watched a few other fights, and I'm like, wow. I mean, you good, Montell. I see what you're doing, and I put a post up because I'm watching your fight, and I'm sitting here, and I'm saying to myself, it seemed to me, and I didn't realize it back then when you were fighting, but now looking at it, and this is the God's honest truth. This ain't because I'm trying to fluff you or bullshit you because you're on the show. It's got nothing to do with it, man. I'll tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And I'm watching your fight, and I'm saying to myself, yo, man, this guy's doing what I see young fighters doing today. You're turning them, left hook, boom. I'm like, this guy's footwork. Why are we even talking about his footwork? Look, just another guy, Morales, just tuned in. Great fighter. Get in the conversation, ask questions. This is what we do on a neutral corner. But I'm watching your show, and I'm saying, bang, left hook. I see you turn, boom, right in. I'm like, that was very, I don't want to say new, but you didn't see that in the 90s. You didn't see that in the early 2000s. You didn't see that. And I think when they say, well, Montell Griffin's awkward style, it wasn't awkward. It was new. And I think that's going to say something along with all your accomplishments in the sport of boxing.
Look, bro, I had 33 amateur fights. I came home after I got robbed in the Olympics. I fought Torsten. I cut his eye open. This fight should have got stopped. I beat the silver medalist a month before the Olympics. I beat both of those guys, and I don't have a medal. I went home, and Jackie Callan called me and said, I want to sign you. Me and James want to sign you. Come out. I was an amateur. I was an amateur from the Olympics. I went to gym, sparred Booker T. Word, light heavyweight champ Dennis Andres, and one of the greatest fighters ever, James Toney, and they couldn't do nothing with me. I had 33 amateur fights.
Wow. And look, I know you were in a gym before you got out of boxing at a very young age. I know you talk about your dad. You talk about the relationship with Muhammad Ali and the gym and being around the gym. I think that being in that environment and having all that knowledge around you, even though you were young and you may not have known, but you were absorbing that. I think that's gonna speak a lot about your style and how you box. That's why there was nothing they can do. Roy Jones Jr., James Toney. I watched that, and you were like, they were confused.
Well, I got a style that I don't even know. I don't even know my style. As a kid, I was 5 years old when I met Muhammad Ali. Spent time with him a lot of time, and he's 6'3". I'm looking at him how he fight. I'm trying to fight like he fight. I didn't know I was only gonna be 5'7". So when I came back at 5'7", I would still be able to fight and box people on the outside because I wanted to be like Muhammad Ali, and it worked out for me.
Yeah, it did. It did because your angles and the way you moved, your footwork. Not many people. I'm watching the feet and how. So I look at it as the footwork setting you up to have those angles and create those openings to land punches and confuse fighters, and you did that. You did so much in the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? And I got to find out how we can get you on the ballot for the Boxing Hall of Fame. I'm going to do that. I don't care if I got to start a pension. You should be there. I'm a fan. I remember watching you fight. I remember watching all your fights growing up. And not growing up, we're the same age. I know the year you were born, but we're the same age. But I remember,
No, go ahead. I ain't saying that. I was laughing.
You're not an old man. You were like, I'm an old man. I want to get my flowers. You're not an old man. You just deserve what you deserve. But I watched you, and I remember the fights. You know what I mean? And I sit back now, like I was telling you, I look at it, and I'm like, yeah. When I seen that post, Montell, I was like, why is he not in the Hall of Fame? Somebody's already saying he's got my vote. Justin's saying you got my vote. So whatever we got to do, as a fan and as someone that understands boxing and loves boxing with a passion, boxing going back in my family's all the way to the 40s. My uncle had 274 fights, 189 wins, 89 knockouts. He fought in the 40s for all the greats, traveled over. I love boxing. And I think you're so deserving of being in the Hall of Fame. And I don't know or what we can do, but I'm going to do my due diligence and find that out, Montell. I hope you don't mind, because I know you ain't. You're just like, you know what? I'm going to kick back, mind my business, and stay to myself. And I don't think you should do that. You are who you are. The accomplishments you made, you should be proud of that. I know you're proud of that, but you should be proud of that. And I'm proud of that. And I'm going to do whatever I can do to get you on the ballot.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you coming on tonight. So look, I just wanted to get your feeling and your take on that. How does that? I mean, I know you got feelings about it. I mean, I look at LeBron James and I look at Montell Griffin. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't give James his credit. You know what I mean? I look at Montell and I'm like, yeah. Now I know why you love Montell. You guys are
LeBron. LeBron, one of the greatest players in history. I don't deserve to be compared to him.
No, I understand. No, I
just feel like this. No, let me finish. What I was gonna say is, when I look at Scottie Pippen, I look at me. Scottie Pippen is one of the greatest players ever, and he never got the love he deserved, and he's bitter now. I know why he's the way he is. He's bitter.
Yeah,
and it's sad, man. He's one of the greatest players ever, and he don't get no love. And
I don't want you to get bitter, because
I mean I'm getting that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm the stuff, and that post that you read, that was just for the city of Chicago. Nobody Isaiah Thomas, Mark Aguirre, all these stars, Dwayne Wade, ain't nobody more decorated than me. And don't nobody know I can go anywhere. Nobody know who I am.
In the city of Chicago, that's wow, the Windy City. I mean, that is. We even got to get you recognized for your city, man. That's crazy how
city. I don't get no love in my city.
Wow.
I've been on a 7-year lawsuit with the county. I was a Cook County sheriff. A guy walked towards me. I hit him to defend myself. I've been suspended 7 years. I'm still in a 7-year lawsuit in the city of Chicago. That's what they care about Montell Griffin.
Wow. So you think politics is
Man, I don't know what the fuck, but I ain't Chicago is a city that connects. You got the guys who at the top got connections. I ain't never had no connections, so I'm in the situation where I'm in.
Yeah, I hope that situation gets better. But the Hall of Fame thing, and even being recognized by a city, it doesn't sit right with me. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. It doesn't sit
right. How you think I feel?
No, I know, and that's going to be frustrating. And then you made the perfect analogy that Scottie Pippen. If you're right, Scottie Pippen doesn't get talked about as much as Jordan does.
Nah, not even half, not a quarter.
No, absolutely not. And look, man, anybody good at? I don't want to. I just want to take it out for a little while, get a little comfortable, a little fun. I know you're in the gym. Anybody we should be thinking about in the gym that you have?
I got a young kid, Xavier Knurls. He was number 8 in the nation last year. Got a little kid, Ramari Gallion. He's gonna be a future star. He's 3-1. Lost a very controversial fight. His last fight was very sad, but I'm just trying to, these kids not like they used to be. So you don't have, all these fighters and everything. It ain't 1,000 people in the tournament zone no more. So I'm just hoping, that these kids go through. I hope I stick around and be able to watch them.
Absolutely, man. Giving back to the sport, helping a young kid. What do you think of boxing for the youth nowadays? And let me ask you this, since we're on the subject, and I don't want to get off the fact that.
One second.
Yeah, go ahead. Take your time, champ. We're here for you. This is what I mean. You come on the neutral corner. You hang out, we talk, we have a cool conversation. I don't care if you drink, smoke, I don't care what you do. You're on a neutral corner, it's your stage, your show. I'm just here having fun.
My bad.
Get up,
My
answer the
bad.
phone.
But what was we
It's
talking
right.
about?
No, help the young kids today.
Yeah,
Is the way the
yeah,
world is today.
I've had some nice kids in this gym, man, lose one fight, man, and just give up boxing and quit. So, man, it's like this new era, Floyd Mayweather being undefeated. These kids think if they lose a fight, they nothing no more, which is that's terrible. Because even Floyd lost, amateur fights. So, these kids is a little bit different now. So I'm trying to, have the strongest step I can, but they come and go, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's tough nowadays the way it is, but I think boxing is our saving grace in the world we live in today, and making young men humble and structured and disciplined and good human beings. I think boxing does that a lot. You know what I mean? So let me ask you this. This is a question coming in from Justin Vieira. He says, "What's your biggest challenge with training young kids today?"
Basically what I just said. Just keeping them. It's all mental. The physical part is easier for kids, so it's all mental, man. Just having these kids understand how hard they got to work, and it's not a game, man. People die in the ring, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, also these kids, lose a fight and just give up. That's not how it should be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All the greats, all the way back, to Joe Louis. They've all had losses and they fought multiple times. And I think what they fail to understand is you're going to gain more success the more exposure you got. Doesn't matter about your wins and losses. You're out there. Boxing's a sport of heart, grit, love, determination. You show that in the match, like Antero Gotti, yourself, and a lot of other great fighters. That's what attracts you to them. It's not. I don't go by he's got so many wins, so many losses. I go by what I see in the ring and how I just like, wow, I'm like, this guy is giving everything he's got. He's passionate about it. He's there. It doesn't matter if he loses once or twice. He's there to compete again, and that's what it's about today. And it's sad that some of the young kids don't see that today, Montell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You got to really love it, man.
Yeah, and commitment is tough. Let me ask you this: do you watch any boxing today?
Yeah. I watch boxing.
Who's one of your? I'm going to say one of your top. I know you're going to too long. So how who's one of your top fighters you like today?
I mean, Canelo, Terrence Crawford. Uh, who else? We got the new kid Benavidez. I love him. See him fight Canelo. I love Better BF. I love Bivol. So it's a lot of guys out there. I want to see Wilder and Joshua. I really want to see Wilder and the Francis kid, the MMA fighter. That's the fight I want to see.
Oh, the one that Tyson Fury just fought?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, I don't know if Mike Tyson making a difference over there, but I like what I see for a little bit.
I mean, anytime somebody I didn't know he was 270. As soon as I found out that he was 270 pounds, I was worried.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, anybody get, what I'm saying, those strong guys. He might not be a boxer, but he's a super athlete, and he's 270 pounds. If he catch you, people trying to laugh, talking about Fury is terrible. I said, bro, y'all gotta understand one thing. If Francis hit Muhammad Ali, Tyson, anybody at 220 pounds, at 270, they going down too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Let me ask you this. I want to get this out of you. What do you think of high school boxing? Like high school boxing becoming a sport, just like football, basketball, hockey, wrestling, and all that stuff. What do you think that would help a lot of youth?
Yeah, that's cool because it needs to be marketed better. You can have high school guys can win a state title and they'd be stars. Boxers win state titles easy. I don't want, you can win state over 4, 5, 6 state titles and nobody get no credit for it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think boxing should be marketed just like all the other sports, man. You got basketball, baseball players. These guys making 100, 200, 300 million dollars. You only got maybe 2 or 3. You might have 10 boxers that making real money. Well, there might be 1 million boxers all over the world, but there's only 10 fighters making real money.
Yeah. And when you're on top of your game, you're making 2.2 million, and then you're fighting for, I've seen an interview you were talking about you made like 2 point something million, and then you went all the way down to 15,000.
I was talking to Chris Bird.
Yeah.
And I said, man,
heavyweight champion too, by the way.
Heavyweight champion of the world. I said, man, I went from $2 million after I lost to Roy to 25,000 my next fight. And he said, man, I only made 15,000 when I lost the title. I said, guys, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's no guaranteed contract. We don't know, we don't know what we're gonna make. The only time it's good is when you got to pay child support. They can't really hit you because ain't no proof of what you're gonna make.
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, it's sad. There's no structure. It's just all over the map with boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me ask you this. Just one or two questions before I let you go. Real quick, if you were a matchmaker, what are the two fights you'd like to see? Or if you could match them up and make them fight, who are the two?
Right now?
Yeah.
Like I said, okay, you got Wilder and Joshua. I want to see B-Ball and Better BF. I want to see Crawford and the kid from Philly. But you know what? I know boxing, and I know for a fact I'm not. I'm making no excuse for the kid. I know Crawford having problems making 147 because just like Earl Spence, I knew both of them had problems because the day before the weigh-in, they looked like they was both dead when they were sitting at the press conference. So I said, shit, Bud having problems too. So if he want to go to 54, I don't look at it like he's scared or running away. I just know he got problems making 147 pounds. Yeah. But I love to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? The Earl Spence, man, I ain't got, it's over with, man. Bud Crawford, greatest fighter, one of the greatest fighters in ever. Earl Spence was dead, man. That wasn't the Earl Spence
No, absolutely not.
That wasn't Earl Spence, man. I hate that kid got to live with this for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I knew that. And I think a lot of boxing fans that understand the sport felt the same way. You know what I mean? It is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, hey. Yeah.
Tank and Haney or Shakur and Haney. That'd be a great fight.
Yeah. Now, what do you think of Devin Haney and Regis this weekend?
I don't know too much about Regis, so I'm just gonna sit down and watch the fight. One thing I like about Haney, he's not a big puncher, but he's a big guy. Well, at 35 before he moved up, he was a big guy for his weight, so he he could use his body to move around. That's why try to. That's like I didn't understand when he fought Lomachenko. When he started going backwards, that was dumb as hell. When he was moving forward and using his weight, he was winning the fight. I don't know if he got hurt. I don't know if he got tired, but something happened that he started going backwards and stopped trying to fight. That's why he almost lost the fight.
Yeah, I'd love to sit and watch a fight with you, man. Your insight is like, I love it because I'm the same way. You're like, man, something just ain't right here, And your average fan, like, oh, don't make excuses. No, you gotta understand what they go through, right?
Yeah, the truth is the truth about everything.
I like that. The truth is the truth about everything. I want my producer to remember that. The truth of the truth.
The truth is everything. The truth about everything. No matter, we're
gonna put Montell Griffin as the quote. I like that.
The truth is the truth about everything.
I like that.
Ain't no excuses. Just the truth is the truth.
Absolutely. So can I get a? So you're not going to give me a? You're going to go with Devin Haney now because you don't know too much about Regis. Went to school. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a pro. He's not afraid. He's coming to fight. He's coming to fight, and he's not. He wants to make a statement.
Well, I like what Haney's doing. He beat Loma. Mm-hmm. He fought the other kid. Went across the ocean. Beat the kid in his hometown. So I like what he's doing. He reminds me a lot of Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? He's been around Floyd Mayweather, and being around Floyd Mayweather is gonna make you better. Just like me being around Muhammad Ali, it's gonna make you better. So
absolutely.
He's doing a great job. Like I said, I really want to see him and Shakur because I heard that Shakur had his way with him in sparring. So see what happened in the real fight. Yeah,
man, I love it. I can have you on 100,000. What do you think of Ryan Garcia? I seen him fight last week, and I'm like, okay, I'm happy for him, but I just can't take him serious. Like, I'm like, is he committed? Is he not?
Ryan Garcia, because of social media and him being a handsome guy, made $30 million against Tank.
Yep.
He made $30 million. It ain't nothing else you can say negative about that kid.
No,
He
I'm not saying
marketed
anything
himself.
negative, but
No, I ain't saying you.
I
I'm
want
just
to be a
saying.
believer because I see a little bit of talent there, and I'm like,
yeah. I mean, I hated against Tank that he got caught with that body shot because the fight started picking up and he started touching Tank.
yeah.
So he started touching Tank. So I'm like, okay, now we're gonna see a fight, and he got caught with the body shot. So the kid got a punch that's gonna keep him in every fight.
Yeah.
Now, is he gonna be winning or how he gonna look? I don't really care because he's a Mexican, so he's gonna draw, he's gonna sell. So he's gonna be good for boxing as long as he win, no matter how he win. Vernon Forrest told me an ugly win is better than a pretty loss. So as long as he win, that's all that counts.
Absolutely, man. So, wow, yeah, I like Ryan Garcia. I just listened to him speak just recently about his commitment into the sport. I want to see him get a little bit more committed. I'm a fan. I was excited for his win. It was tough going, but he got it done, and I'm happy with that. And I'd like to see him succeed, man. You know what I mean? Because
the kid learning on the job.
Huh?
He learning on the job. He learned on the job. He made $30 million, man.
$30 million
on one fight. On one fight.
Listen, what's up with all these Justins, man? We got Justin Vieira, Justin Morales, Justin Rodzicki. He's got a Rodzicki. I'm not even going to say his last name. Good friend, and I don't want to botch it, but it says great knowledge, great interview as always. Well, we thank you, Justin, for tuning in, man. Be sure to share the show when we're off air. I share it to all the boxing pages. I'm sure the champ's going to share it. It's been great, man. Like I was saying, I can sit here and have a great conversation with him. So, anything I missed? Anything you want to bring up, man? I love having you on.
Hey, man, yeah, tell everybody the icelightbook.com, my link, the icelightbook.com is my link for my book. I'm not the greatest fighter ever. I don't have the best life ever. I'm just a kid who made a second chance for himself. I was wrote off from boxing. I didn't fight for 8 years. I was going on 20. I was 20 years old. And I just what I tell people. I'm not embarrassed. It's just my life. In 1990, I was smoking cocaine. I was drinking like a fish and smoking cocaine. 1992, I was Olympian. So just let you know how my life was and how I turned it around and did what I had to do.
Absolutely. I love that. We're going to take some clips from this show. Justin Morales just saying it. Amen, man. There's a lot of people. And that's what I love about boxing. And that's what I want my show to be about, champ, right? Is bringing people on and let them tell their story. When we talked off air and I said to you, you were like, how long do you want? And I was like, a half hour would be great. Doesn't matter. Because on the neutral corner, unlike other shows, I can sit here and do an interview. I can go on Boxer Rec. I can go and get all this information. But I want it to be real and authentic. And I like to sit and just have a genuine conversation. And I love that.
All right, it's all good. Much love. But I got to get out of here and go watch LeBron.
I love it. Hey, the book, we'll be sharing it. I'm a LeBron fan. I grew up watching Jordan. Thank you so much for being on tonight. I appreciate it, champ.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody who paid attention and commented, I thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, champ. Thanks again, man. Have a good night. Yeah, so that was Montell up here. I'm going to get pumped up. I'm sorry, it's my show, and it's the way I do things. I know all people think he's crazy. Look, man, Montell Griffin, 2-time state champion, U.S. national champion, Canadian Cup champion, 92 Olympic, 1992 Boston, made it to the semifinals. USBA champion, 2-time NABF champion, 2-time world champion, 3-1 against 2 Hall of Famers, beat Roy Jones Jr., giving him his first loss. Fought Roy Jones, James Toney, Anton Tava, Glenn Johnson. He deserves his due. Why not? Chicago. Get a legend over there. Get a legend. Never ducked the fighter. Never ducked the fighter. 50 fights. 50 fights. 30 knockouts and only 8 losses. 50 fights with 30 knockouts. Had a very small amateur career. Talk about learning on the job. Yeah, he was around the greats. Of course, he was around Muhammad Ali growing up. Dad had a gym. Muhammad Ali would come and train. Yeah. But who did the work to get those accolades, those accomplishments? Who did that? And being laid off of boxing and being out of boxing for 8 years and then coming back and fighting who you fought and winning? Boxing. We need to do better. We always talk about the big fights happening. The big fights happening. This guy should fight that guy. That guy should fight this guy. We talk about all the time. We want to see the big fights. Fuck yeah, we want to see the big fights. I love big fights. He fought the big fights. Never ducked anybody. Roy Jones Jr., James Toney, Antoine Tava, Glenn Johnson, and many more. Go look at his record. I got his record right here in front of me. I'm right here in Boxing Rec. I can look it up. Now he's got to get his book. I want to talk about the book. I want to talk about Ice Life story. I want to talk about it. Get the book. The icelifebook.com. Get the book. I read the book. And I'm going to tell you, it's a fighter. His life story. Get the book, read the book. Get it on Amazon, get it on a tablet, get it on a whatever it is you can get it on your phone, whatever. Get the book. It's a good book. I'm telling you. Justin, if you can put that up again, I appreciate you putting that up. If you can put it up again, his book. Right there. The icelifebook.com. Light heavyweight champion of the world. Check his book out. Support our guests. Thank you, Justin. Justin, I sent you a few pictures. And if you could just put them up randomly, no order, numerical order, whatever way you want to put them up, just put them up. Roy Jones Jr., Montell Griffin. Say what you say. But he got in the ring with Roy Jones. I don't know how many of you would. And he worked his ass off to get to where he got. And he deserves to be recognized for it. I see people in the Boxing Hall of Fame today, and I go like this. Really? Really? Chicago Boxing Hall of Fame. There's going to be he needs to be in a Boxing Hall of Fame. I could not believe that he wasn't. When I started reading the post on Facebook, I'm like, wow. Really? That post woke me up. You know how you see something or read something, you're like, yeah, right. And I'm like, yeah, right. Why not? Why not? It doesn't matter wins or losses, who he's fought, never turned down, Olympian, USBA champion, Canadian champion, U.S. national champion, two-time state champion, two-time world champion, like all his accolades and his hard work and everything he's done. And now he has a gym and he's passing on the knowledge. He's passing on the knowledge to young people. And if they get frustrated, we talk about, yeah. One loss, kids are leaving. It's a sport, not a business. I know it's a business and a sport, but it's a sport first. Yeah, I understand the business side. I understand it's ugly. I understand there's a lot of things. I hear people screaming about it. Yeah, I get it. But it's a sport first. It's okay if you lose 1, 2, 3, 4 fights. It doesn't matter. How I become a fan is seeing that grit, is seeing that hustle, and being that dog. I don't care if you lose. I want to see what you do after you lose. That's going to tell me everything about you as a fighter, as a boxer. That's going to tell me everything I need to know. How you come back, what you do after you've hit the mat. What you going to do? All these local fighters go through the same thing. They've lost. They're trying to get to that spot. It's the comeback, Justin Burrell. It's the comeback. We've had Justin on the show. We're going to have him on the show again. He's got a fight coming up. You've got to understand the sacrifices these guys go through. The missing of the birthday parties or the weddings or the anniversaries or maybe holidays. They're on a diet because they got fights coming up. The sacrifices. The lonely nights in the gym when they got to run and do their road work in the cold, snow, rain. Yeah. That's what they signed up for, right? Ain't that what everybody's? That's what they signed up for. Shit, that's what they signed up for. And they know that. But when they're done, the sport needs to respect that. And that's my point. I'm Jerry here on a Neutral Corner. Catch us live Wednesday nights, 7. If you want to be a guest on the show, inbox me. Let's talk boxing. You don't have to be a fighter. You can be a referee, a cop man, a trainer. You can have a gym. You can be a local fighter, a pro fighter. I want your story to be told. See, there's a lot of boxing shows you can watch all over the internet, all over YouTube. I'm not here for the likes and views. I'm here for the fighter to tell his story. That's what I'm here for. And if you like the show, that's great. Give us a like. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Got to get that going. But again, I don't care about the likes. I want people to hear the stories of the people I'm bringing on, the fighters I'm bringing on, the trainers, the cut men, the pro fighters. Their stories are got to be told. And like Montell says, I want my flowers now. Fucking right. Absolutely. So many times we name streets or bridges or things after someone's dead and gone. I get it. It's respect. I appreciate that. I understand that. But I think they would have liked it when they were alive. Let's not do that. Let's do the right thing. All right? I want to thank everybody for joining in tonight. Share the show, man. Share it. Share the show. The Neutral Corner. You can come on. You want to, like I said, I'll have anybody on my show. Look, I've had gyms on that work with Parkinson patients. I've had that have different programs in their gyms. Fighters, cutman, trainers. I haven't had a referee on yet. I haven't had an announcer on yet. I'm working on that. I want a referee on. I want an announcer on. I want everybody. This has anything to do with boxing. I don't care if you're a writer, a fighter, a trainer, a promoter, a cutman, a referee. You own a gym. You've had 2 fights. You had 100 fights. You're a Hall of Famer. You're a boxer world champion. You're the amateur coming up. Your story is important. And it needs to be told right here on a Neutral Corner. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Share the show. Like our page. Subscribe to our page on Facebook and on YouTube. Have a great night. And thank you for everybody for tuning in and comment. Have a great night. Hey.
See, Ali's trainer right next to me is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes